You know that feeling when everyone around you is talking and nodding and you understand the words, but somehow you still have no idea what is going on? That is exactly what happened to me this week. My first real team meeting at work, and today I need to talk about it. I am Anna. This is Easy Langulo, and this is a real conversation. No lessons, no exercises. Just listen and let the English come to you. Okay, let us go.
You texted me like 3 times this morning.
I know I needed to talk to someone.
So talk. What happened?
Okay, so Monday, 9 o'clock, my manager sends a message to the whole team. Project meeting at 10, 1 hour. Everyone bring ideas.
How long have you been there at that point?
3 days, Logan.
3 days.
3 days into my new job. I do not even know where the second bathroom is yet. And I need to bring ideas. Oh gosh.
Okay, what did you do?
I opened my notebook and I just wrote things. Anything. I did not fully know what the project was about yet, but I wrote things so I looked prepared.
That is actually smart.
It was survival. Not smart, just survival.
Sometimes that is the same thing.
Maybe? Okay. So then it was 10 o'clock. We go into the meeting room. Big table, 8 people, laptops everywhere, and I find a seat right in the middle, not too close to the front, not hiding in the back.
The safe middle zone.
Exactly, the safe middle zone. And everyone is getting coffee and it all feels normal and I think, okay, I can do this.
And then the meeting starts.
And my manager goes fast, really fast. The project, the timeline, the goals, the budget, and I am writing as fast as I can, but I am already behind after 5 minutes.
Could you follow what she was saying?
Maybe 60%, the big picture, yes, the details. I was guessing a lot.
60% on day 3 is honestly fine.
It did not feel fine. It felt like everyone else had a different version of the meeting and mine was missing pages.
I know that feeling.
And then she stops and she says, "Okay, team, what are your thoughts?" And immediately everyone starts talking. James goes first, then the woman next to him, then someone from across the table, and they are responding to each other, and it is moving really fast.
And you are sitting there.
I am sitting there with my pen. Every time I think now I will say something, someone else is already talking.
That happens to everyone. Finding the moment to jump in is hard.
I felt like I was standing at a busy road just waiting for a gap, and the gap never came.
Did you say anything at all?
Eventually, yes. My manager looked at me after maybe 20 minutes and said, "Anna, you are quiet. What do you think?"
So suddenly everyone was looking at you.
My heart just dropped, but I looked at my notebook, and I picked one thing I had written, and I said, "I think we could focus more on short video content. That tends to do well right now."
That is a very good point.
And everyone nodded, and my manager said, "Good point," and the conversation moved on, and I just sat there thinking, okay, I did it. I actually did it.
That is a big moment.
My hands were shaking a little bit under the table, but above the table I was completely calm, very professional.
2 different people at the same table.
Completely different people. The outside Anna was fine. The inside Anna was a mess.
Inside, Anna deserved a coffee after that.
Inside Anna deserved a full lunch. Okay, so the meeting goes on, and near the end, my manager is wrapping things up, and she looks at the group and she says, "All right, everyone, let us not let the perfect be the enemy of the good." And I wrote it down, word for word, and I looked at it and I thought, is something wrong? Is the project in trouble? What does this mean?
No, it is nothing bad. It just means do not wait until everything is perfect before you start. because perfect never comes. So something good now is better than nothing perfect later.
Oh, that is actually a really good thing to say. And it's so true.
Yeah, it is a good one.
So she was being encouraging. She was saying just go for it.
Exactly. Just start. Stop overthinking.
I wish someone had said that to me before the meeting. I spent 40 minutes that morning worrying about what to wear.
Did that help?
I wore the same thing I always wear.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Okay, so the meeting ends. And I think, okay, I survived. I said one real thing. I am going back to my desk. And then James comes over, pin behind the ear James.
Oh, I know James.
Everyone knows James, and he says, "Good point earlier, Anna. Really added something."
That is nice.
Very nice. I was not expecting it. And I said, "Thank you. I appreciate that." And then he walked away, and I just stood there for a second.
Good second?
A very good second. Like maybe I belong here. Maybe this is okay.
You do belong there.
I am starting to think so, slowly.
Did Priya say anything after?
She came to my desk later and said, "You did well in there." And I said, I only said one thing. And she said, "That is one more thing than most people say in their first meeting."
Priya is wise.
Priya is the wisest person in that office, and she has the best earrings. She's just great.
Are you going to tell her she is your work best friend yet?
Not yet. I do not want to scare her. I will wait until week 3.
Very smart.
I am learning. Okay, I think the meeting was hard, but I went. I listened, I said something, and I did not disappear into the floor, which was honestly my biggest fear.
So your main goal was not to disappear.
The minimum goal, and I did it.
Next meeting will be easier.
I hope so. I already know what the room looks like. I know where to sit. I know that James always goes first. I can use that. Let him talk, and then I will respond to something he said. That is my plan.
That is actually a really good strategy.
I'm just glad I have a plan. It feels less like walking into a storm and more like, well, a predictable weather forecast.
That's a good way to put it. And remember, nobody expects you to be the expert in the room on day 4 or even week 4.
I know. It's just, in my last job, I was the expert. I knew everything. And now I feel like I'm starting from zero.
Everyone feels that way when they start something new. It's called the learning curve. You're just at the bottom of a new one.
I guess so. It's just a bit strange to go from knowing all the answers to not even knowing all the questions.
But you will. And think about it. You're learning. You're growing. That's always a good thing.
And that is it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Maybe you recognize something in this episode. That feeling of sitting in a room and trying to keep up, not wanting to say the wrong thing, waiting for the right moment to speak, and the moment never coming. That is real. It happens to everyone in any language. Just keep showing up. Say one thing, then another. That is all it takes. If any part felt fast, just listen again. You will catch more the second time, I promise. See you in the next episode. Take care.